I have a 2004 Toyota Camry. It's got the 4-cylinder engine in it. The car has 189,000 miles on it. Up till now, it's been an absolutely wonderful car. But I noticed over the last about 10,000 miles or so, it started to burn quite a bit of oil. So I turned to the strangers on the internet for some help. Several YouTubers said that that's just what that engine does. It was built wrong. One even showed me a piston ring rebuild kit to fix the problem. But since I haven't had a lot of problems with this car burning oil in the past, I didn't think that was the problem. So I kept searching. I finally found a very nice fellow that said a bad PCV valve will cause oil burn. I said, well, that's interesting. I didn't even know this car had a PCV valve. I normally work on airplanes, not cars. And you know what? That guy turned out to be right. I changed the PCV valve and the oil burn seems to have been minimized. By that, I mean I went to Oregon one time, burned 1 tank of gas, and used up 3/4 of a quart of oil. After changing the valve, I've run 3 full tanks of gas through that car and I've barely noticed a dip in the oil level. The valve is extremely easy to get to. First, you have to remove the cover off the top of the engine. That'll be 2 10mm bolts. Now gently rock the cover back and forth a little bit. It's held in by friction on 2 posts. There you go. Look at the back of the engine on the passenger side. Your PCV valve is right here. Here's a close-up of it. Let me make a real quick sidebar here. You may have noticed this note I have here about bad cylinders. Well, that's because I had a coil pack go bad on me around 150,000 miles, I think. I changed out all the coil packs, which fixed the problem. I even made a video about doing it. You can see it, the link above. Unfortunately, I used inexpensive coil packs off the internet. Over the next 2 years, I was plagued with cylinder problems as the coil packs started to fail. I don't blame either the car or Toyota for this. That one's all on me for buying cheap parts. I finally broke down, went to AutoZone, paid the $181, bought decent coil packs, now I no longer have any problems. So don't buy cheap parts off the internet. Lesson learned. Okay, let's get back on task. First thing I needed to do was pull the hose off of the PCV valve. It was on there pretty good, but with a little bit of gentle prying with a screwdriver, it came right off. I actually decided to completely remove that hose so I could inspect it and verify I had no obstructions. This was easily accomplished by shooting some compressed air through it. Okay, back to the valve. The internet said it's a 21mm deep socket. However, for my car, it was a 22mm. So I figure I got one of 3 options. My expensive Harbor Freight socket is marked wrong, the strangers on the internet could be wrong, or my car is different than every other 4-cylinder Camry made in 2004. So good luck to you in choosing your socket. After pulling the valve out, I noticed the problem. The inlet screen for the PCV valve that was originally in the car is completely blocked with oil. So, even if the valve was operating correctly, it still wouldn't have worked. While making this video, I realized I forgot to take a picture of the new valve I put in so I could show you for a comparison. So I went to the store and bought another one so I could take a picture of it. The first part I installed that had the screen, I bought at O'Reilly's. It came in a plastic case. The second part I bought, so I could take a picture of the screen, came from AutoZone. It came in a cardboard box. However, the AutoZone part was completely different on the inside. There was no screen, just a flat plate that moved back and forth when you shook the valve. So I'm thinking maybe the vendor realized that screen was a real problem and they redesigned the valve. And O'Reilly's never got around to updating their inventory. So it's a good thing I have a spare PCV valve I can put in as soon as this new one that I just installed that has a screen goes bad. Anyway, to check a PCV valve to see if it's good or not, shake it. You should hear it clunking. The one I took out pretty much didn't clunk. The new one I put in clunked fine. The new valve has some goop on the threads. I assume that's anti-seize. So I don't have to apply that. I couldn't find a torque for this thing anywhere, so I just used the old good and tight. After the valve is installed, reinstall your hose. Finally, put your cover back on the engine. And that's about it. Well, okay, thanks for watching.